Alright, welcome back to another episode of Game Crafters, where today we are going to be working on some movement-based stuff. Not movement-based stuff, but it's hard to explain. Teleporters and whatnot, I guess that's the best way we can do it. So before we start, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe for more. Now let's get right on to it. Now, I've forgotten that I was supposed to be wearing headphones while doing all of this. And also, last episode, we did a test right here to get this to, not move. We also got that fixed, so now we can't just, get out immediately. We have to literally go through this entire thing. But when you get out, you can move instantly. I was able to fix it up. You can, well, I don't have all of it open. I got tar movement here that made it able to, here it is. It does this, detects to see if tar movement is equal to false, and tar detection equals false, and the walk speed is the usual walk speed. And if tar movement equals true, then it does the walk speed like that, like this. But if the tar detection is equal to false, i.e. that needing for this to, do its thing, tar detection equals true. And while that's doing its thing, it won't do anything more than that. It'll stop the walking coroutine and then start it up again so that the cooldown is restarted. I also had this adjusted to where now there's 4 of those bottom things there, which is going to be important for a particular thing that I got in mind. But we were able to fix up some things here and there and, adjust to some other things. Now, I already got the list planned out right here, but I wanted to play this again because last time we did it without the headphones on, so hopefully this will sound better. So let's go listen to this again, shall we, without the double playback nonsense. So, I still have some adjustments that I want to do with this here music, but as it stands right now, it's decent. Also, I don't know if I did this on camera, I don't think I did. I adjusted everything here so that all the poison, all the water, all the other stuff in large quantities are in one spot. Not going to matter too much because things are going to change, and now that that has been fixed, I'm going to go on ahead and adjust this. And we're going to make it as if we just came back from this department right over here. So, today we're going to be working on some movement-based things, one of which, oh god, I opened up OBS, did not want to open it up, is this one, right over here. The, let's see, teleporter. Now, I'm going to open up the block colors, because we got a lot of block colors that we have to create here. So, first things first, teleporter, and I think I just said 1. Well, I guess, technically, yes, we don't want it to be, teleport 1. So teleporters are, pretty unique in the sense that they teleport between 2 of the same color. There's only ever 2 of one color in one area. And I see, 128, 128, assuming this is the color we want, which it seems like it is. What you looking at? Whoops. Now, obviously, bring down the smoothness. And they there's only 8 total teleporters in one instance here. Also, that I call it teleporter. You fool, teleporter 2. Really? F2, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wonder if you can see that. Teleporter 1, and now for teleporter 2. Teleporter 2, same thing, but 128 and 192. 192. They're supposed to be unique, different purple colors that represents portals, right, Cat? Right? So, here we are with 2. Now we're going to make the other one. Teleporter, what are you doing, Cat? 3. I just had the bottom of this thing taken out. The laptop thingy. With the D drive now upstairs. We gotta wait for some equipment to be acquired, but it seems like, unfortunately, as you will probably already know, since Tuesday has already passed, that Minecraft ROTC edition is still on hiatus. Annoyingly enough. But hopefully it'll be fixed soon. And hopefully those things can get back. I don't know what I want to do with the, what do you call it, system. Oh, wait a minute, what am I doing? The 3 is supposed to be 192 and 128. The more magenta looking color. This one is supposed to be 192 on both parts. And that should be all. Teleporter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Great. Fantastic. And all of you are all 0, correct? Yeah. Okay. So I have no clue how I want to start with this. First things first, let's create the object that we need. Call it Teleporter 1A. Or we can just do that. Yeah, Teleporter 1A. Okay, so this one is relatively simple. Obviously, this is going to be going down, right? Yeah. And since this doesn't have anything else on top of it, it can stay as this size. Well, except for the box collider, of course, which has got to be 0.5. Well, I guess technically speaking, this part... Actually, yeah, wait, hold on. This part doesn't matter. That part won't matter. But we need to set up a bunch of tags here. So, Teleporter, 1A. I'm going to go on ahead, get this. Then we're going to go on ahead and set up the others. Just get them all here, right where we need it to be. Without any problems, without any issues. Careful not to screw it up, because we'd have to close down the system in order for us to do the things that we need to do. 4A, 4B. Right? 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B. Got it. We got all of the tags that we need. Now I'm going to go on ahead and tag this one as Teleporter 1A. And as for this, I guess technically speaking, we would want to have a teleporter layer so that we can call upon all teleporters to be able to essentially disable a certain thingy. I think, I don't know. I'll have a teleporter layer there anyways. If we don't need it, well, don't need it. So now the only other thing we need here, well, I guess technically speaking, this is the part where the teleporter is supposed to be. This should be untagged. And I guess technically this wouldn't need that either. No, this object only, you fool. This would be Teleporter 1A. Right, because that's how that's supposed to work. So you gotta be -1. Now we gotta add in all the box stuff. So first things first, the box collider. Trigger, of course. 0.5 across the board. This should be on top, correct? Yep, right where it needs to be. So now it's a box collider. Now I just need to add a rigid body. Same thing as usual, just remove all this shite. And that would essentially be all that we would need, technically speaking. So if everything was done properly... Well, first things first, this is the Teleporter 1A, correct? So we're going to need this. So now I have a question on how I want to go about doing this. I think what I should do here is create an empty game object, Teleporter 1. I'll move Teleporter 1A to here. So you, I guess, can stay here. Because these are the ones that are supposed to be changed. So we got Teleporter 1A's teleport point. But now we need Teleporter 1B, so I'll duplicate this one, rename this to 1B, and teleport point needs to be changed to Teleporter 1B. Because what this is going to act as, it's going to act as a teleporting point between like certain things. So we got 1A, which is where it needs to be. We move that however we see fit. That's untagged. These should also be untagged. this shouldn't... On the off chance that it does do something, I'm just going to have it set automatically to ignore raycast, even though it's not it doesn't have any collision points whatsoever. It's just good to want to have a fallback, like, net thing, whatever the hell you would want to call it, to prevent some stupid stuff from happening. So we got what we need from our teleporter points right here. What I'm going to do now is save this over here. And I guess technically speaking, I could probably set it in a folder. I'll worry about that later. I'll worry about like all the folder stuff later. So now that that's saved, let's go over to here. Whoops. Keep forgetting spacebar doesn't move the thing. Let's go over to here and let's move our teleporter points where they need to be. Well, there's a few tests that I would like to try to perform, if at all possible. I'll move these around as I see fit. We're probably going to... we're probably going to change the way... Is there really no way I could just select the thing as is? So this is the first test here, to see if the player can teleport to this thing. Alright, so now that we have that set, I need to go over to here. Well, actually, there's more to this that I need to do, and I'm going to have to try to remember. What would this be? I guess... Would it be restriction variable? Let's see, dead... No, that's not restriction. Technically, those aren't restrictions. That's status. I don't know what I would... I'll just put in the restrictions for now. Makes it easier on me. Teleport. And that's what it'll be called. This will technically be the teleporting instance that will determine whether or not the player will teleport. And I'm testing it with the player first. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky, but I think I can manage. Alright, teleporter 1 or 1A detection. Oh yeah, this is going to be a little bit tricky. Tag equals, oh, don't do that, teleporter 1A. So this detects to see whether or not it's going to come across a teleporter. And I guess technically speaking, if teleport is equal to false, that will be important as well. This will be important for multiple things. I don't know if I can do an else department. I'll close that out since this is now just us working on the teleporter system. Okay, so where do we start? Where do we start? First things first, teleport needs to equal to true as soon as this occurs. As soon, immediately. Now, if I remember correctly, transform dot position equals... Oh man, I don't remember. Because it's got to be a tag, right? Yeah, I gotta like look back at my other project because it's been a while since I've done this. Alright, I have a teleporting instance, I think on the players department, right? Okay, maybe not the players department. Teleport test, of course. Game object find with tag. Oh, I see. Wait, does that mean... Because you would have the teleport test, right? Yeah, you would have the teleport test. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to just get myself a good reminder of how this is supposed to work. Ah, of course. Right then. So that's easy enough. I will minimize all of this. And now I shall go on ahead. Now that we know exactly that we need a teleport variable system set up. Technically, it's not really variables if I'm making game objects. Game objects, teleporter 1A. And game object, teleporter 1B. Now, take a quick look back. It defined that by finding the object with the tag. Got it. Easy enough. Okay, so I guess Start setup. Wait, what was that called again? Reset status. Got it. Reset status. Now going ahead and teleporter setup. There we go. Alright, so teleporter 1A equals game object dot find game object with tag. Was it this? Teleporter 1A. Was that it? Was I correct? Did I remember properly? I did remember properly. Good, great, fantastic. Same thing. I'll just have this set up like so. So then, in other words, well, I don't know if it's supposed to be. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Let's see. Transform dot teleporter 1A. Is that it? Damn. Okay. What was it again? Remind me. Transform dot position equals teleporter 1A dot transform dot position. All right. There we go. Okay, teleporter 1A dot transform dot position, and then, well, no, in this case it needs to be B. Don't forget it. This is colliding into 1A, so it needs to be brought over to 1B. Okay, so how is this going to work? That's the question, because we need to have it set to where as soon as it exits it does its thing. Unless it needs to be a stay, because if it's a stay and the player moves off of it in the exit department, maybe I could test that out. We don't have what do you call it? Teleporter detection. I'll try that out. No, private void on trigger stay. It's good to test these things out. Besides, as soon as you enter the thing, it's going to move it to false. And if you exit it, well, I'm sure there's going to be something off here, but we'll do that test when we got multiple teleporters to work with. Right now, let's just try to focus on getting the simple teleportation instance, because there could be a situation when I'm developing the game here where it goes on ahead and has like a teleporter next to another teleporter. Alright, let's see. So teleport equals true, which will prevent this from doing its thing. Same thing in the opposite direction. It'll transform the player to this position, 1 to B, B to 1. And now the only way for this to work now, well, actually, this is why we have the teleporter tag instance. Teleporter detection. If other.gameObject.layer is equal to, I believe this case it's actual 9, then teleport equals false. Whoops. Or should it be more of a case of, wait, hold on. Because as soon as you exit it, then that's going to make it false, and you're just going to go back and forth. Okay, hold on. Instead of that, I'm going to start a coroutine. Call it teleport. Or teleported. Because we already got a teleport variable, so that's not going to work. Start coroutine, teleport it. I'm going to go on ahead to the coroutine down here. Probably above, in between this. Teleport. Teleporter. The timer. Sure, why not? Enumerator. And teleported. Zoop. And now yield return new with 4 seconds. I think it was 0.25 was I using? I think it was. And the F, don't forget the F. Don't put the F in the variable, don't forget it. And then teleport equals true. So that means that we can't have this set up like this. I have to have it set up in a different way for this to work properly. So this is where this comes into play. So, teleport, if it's equal to false. Then these are the ones that gets played. Boom. It does its thing. This one will go on ahead and stop coroutine. The good old-fashioned teleported. And that's what we need. I accidentally deleted that, but that's fine. It's an easy fix. So, whoops, don't want to do that. Copy you. Do this. Now, this is probably not really good for more, how you say, complex stuff. Maybe, I'm sure. It's not as professional as it could be. But thankfully, Paint Maze isn't a professional. Well, it's going to look like it's professionally made, but it's not going to be quote-unquote professional. So that should be looking for... Get out of my face. I should be looking for the teleport layer, which is what... Okay, hurry it up. Compile the C# scripts. How long have we been at this so far? 21 minutes. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is the one that they're looking for. All on one instance, so they don't have to do anything specific. I think I might be missing something, but let's just see what we've got so far. Yeah, it's not working. So let's see. What do we need to do now is the question. Where did I forget? Oh yeah, also I meant to check to see what this layer's number is. It is 9. Okay, so that is right. Now, what do we forget? Whoops. So you are teleporter 1A. You are teleporter 1B. It could be that I accidentally used the wrong tags. That's a possibility. Teleporter. Let's see. Teleporter 1A. Okay, well, this obviously isn't gonna fucking work if that's not B. Let's not forget to change the actual things. Now let's try it out. Okay. Still don't think it's gonna work. I feel like I'm missing something still. Okay, we teleported, but we didn't teleport back. Let me go on ahead and make this, where is it? I'm going to make this public so I can see what, how this thing changes. Technically, well, some of these are probably needed. I don't know. I'm going to go over to the player now, which is right over here. I'm going to look at its teleport thingy and see what that did. Chances are it probably didn't actually delete it. Okay, teleporter did its thing. So teleport didn't reset to false. I think I accidentally made it set teleport to true instead of false, because I have a vague recollection that is what I did. Let's see. Yep, there it is. I did the stupid. You know, you can't help being the stupid, because, you know, the stupid, it sneaks up on you when you least expect it. Yep. So, now it should work, right? Scroll over that. Okay. And now we go back. God, why does that feel so jarring? Oh, now it's not jarring anymore. Oh, now it's jarring again. There's certain frame instances that occur where you still see it here, yet for a split second. But then some frame instances where it teleports immediately. Or is it always like that? Oh, no, it didn't do it for anything here. Oh well. What matters is that it worked. So now that that is set, we need to set up another one. I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to grab this, place this in here. Now the good thing about this is it doesn't exactly matter how this is all set. So long as I move everything where it needs to be. Name-wise included. Even if it's not that important, I still... Oh, this is important. No matter what we say, this is always important. That is the one that has to be done with. Because if we don't do it, then a lot of things are going to screw up, and it's going to be a bad time. It's going to be a bad time for all. And whatnot. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to go ahead and save Teleporter 2 here. Original prefab. I think that's what I want. I don't want a variation. I want the original, i.e. this one, right? I'm going to see what that looks like. Yeah, variant. I don't want variant. Delete that. Delete only. I think. Yeah. That shouldn't screw anything up. Now I'm just going to check again. 2A, 2B. It doesn't matter what these are called. They're fine being called teleporter points. Technically, that is what they're supposed to be. Wait a minute. I did forget about a vitally important tidbit here. Is that a fact that I have to change the colors to 2. Otherwise, you're just not going to know what the hell you're going to be teleported to. And that's not something we want, no. So there's the new color, Teleporter 2. That should be adjusted now on the other spectrum over here. Yep. Alright, I'm going to just duplicate you. Because it doesn't matter if we set this up in there immediately. Because it's going to change if we put it in a prefab regardless. Or if we change it in prefab, that's to say the least. But, you know, I still want to do this way. Why not? Teleporter 3A. Now these parts are pretty easy. Just essentially do what we did before. And have everything where it needs to be. Although I don't know why that one's saying that it's been edited. Oh yeah, that's why it's been edited, because these are all over the place there. Right, I forgot to put that tidbit. So you have Teleporter 3, just double checking. You're named to 3A and 3B so that we know which one we're moving. You're a 3A tag, and you're a 3B tag. Good, great, fantastic. That should be all for Teleporter 3. Now let's save that. Original prefab. I don't want any variations to screw anything up. Yeah, see? So if you change the thing, if it's original, then it's not going to look like it's been edited, which is what we want. That is what we want. Because otherwise having to recreate this every single freaking time is just going to be tedious and annoying. So Teleporter 4 and Teleporter 4. You're both Teleporter 4. Good. 4A, 4B. Now let's do the same here with you. And the same here with you. 4A, 4B. Good, great, fantastic. And now the last thing. Again, original prefab. So it's time for us to perform our tests. Yeah, these teleporters have a unique look, but it will work. Now, there's a few tests that I need to perform in this department. First of all, I just want to test to see if this works. Should work. I see no reason for it not to, but, you know. You never know with the way this system works. So hopefully we should just be able to go to here and not have to do this. Because otherwise that doesn't make any sense. Now for Teleporter 1 or 3A. So here's the thing that we need to do with this one. I need to have a few ways of entry here. And now where is the crates at? I want to move a crate here. Now this is kind of an important tidbit. I'll put the crate here, it doesn't matter where it goes, because it's just going to teleport wherever it's been teleported to. And I'm going to move a Teleport 3B's position, I guess somewhere in the more centralized area. Here is fine. And I will put a wall here, and that will be one of our test points. And now, lastly, this doesn't exactly matter where it is. Alright, get me to the lava. Lava, lava, lava. Here it is. Duplicate, bring down, and there. So the idea is to go down here. Go up, fail. Go left, fail. You have to go from beneath. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But, yeah, it's a simplistic procedure. Now, there's something here that I want to try to do, but how am I going to make this look good? I got an idea. I got an idea on how this is going to be. Whoops, then I don't want to move both of you now, do I? Damn you, perimeter. Okay. Now, let me move all of these, and let me collapse this and move the teleporters here. Should that be over here? Yeah, sure, why not? Well, yeah, if the enemy teleports in that direction, they'll easily move to where they need to move to. Alright, I'm gonna grab a horizontal enemy now. I don't want this to be too complex, so what I'm going to do is just have 2 enemies here. Because it's just a test. That's all it is. It's literally just a test. We should not be making this more difficult than it needs to be. Otherwise, this test is just going to be painful. Oops. I will probably change some things up here. Actually, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, why am I bothering trying to go and find where these things are on the drop-down list when I can just do this? Right, that's way easier. And we'll get rid of this level and do a new test, which is pretty easy because we can just delete every single one of these. We got everything that we need saved here. That's the good thing about this setup. So, now that we have all of our game objects set, we have to now get everything here where it needs to be in this department. Whoops. So what I need to do now is just copy these and change their number to 2. And then change their number to 3. And then change their number to 4. And remember to change all of these numbers to where they need to be. So same thing. 2A, 2B. 2A, 2B. Same thing again. 3A, 3B, 3A, 3B. Once more. 4A, 4B, 4A, 4B. That should be everything we need for the teleporter setup. Got the teleporter game objects detected with their tags, like so. Immediately right off the bat, so we know which one we're moving to. Now what I need to do is go all the way down here. Oof, I gotta set up multiple of these. At the very least, I don't have to set up multiple of this, so that's good. So it's only just one ginormous string of code and whatnot. So yeah, in this instance, we need 2A. I guess I should probably, grab the B and the A separately so I don't, screw anything up. Other dot tag equal teleporter to A, stop coroutine, and a teleporter equal to false. True, transform to 2B then. Since we already got B here, I can simply just, I gotta do that. Go ahead and change these numbers to 2. Yeah, that's what you should be trying to strive for here. So the only thing we need to change is this thing, because that's detecting the tag, and that thing, because that's detecting the game object it's supposed to be teleporting to. So let's make this easy on ourselves. Well, there's a few things actually. Change the numbers to 3. Yeah, change 3 numbers to 3. And always copy the previous one so we don't accidentally screw anything up here. Plus I think we could just, we could probably just copy all of this as soon as that's done with and just make sure that all of the, oh, no, what are you doing? We do this to make this easier on ourselves. 4A, 4A to 4B. Doop. 4B, 4B, 4B. 4A to 4A to 4B, 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 4A, 3B, 3B, 3A, 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 3B, 2B, 2B, 2A, 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 2B. And these already work, so we don't have to go through them. Whew, man, my god. I should just collapse some of these, shouldn't I? Technically speaking, yeah, it would be a lot more cleaner if we did. We can get to areas that we need to be going to quicker. So maybe I should do that, but we won't worry about that right now. Right now, let's just see if we can teleport to all of these. We're not going to worry about the crate. I just want to see if we are going to teleport to every single one of these points. We should. Okay, so that didn't do its thing. You have to get out to do that. That's kind of disappointing. And of course the enemy's on set, so there's no way I can test that out. I'm going to go to the player for a quick second. Yeah, because it just does the false thing. Trying to think about how I would go about doing that. Now that I realize what that's doing, it's just doing that. So would it just be stopping that when it's false then? Because that would make more sense when you think about it. Hold on, I think I can adjust that. I'm going to do it with this one first, because this one makes more sense. Well, now that we are actually moving that there, I kind of want to move everything to that spot. Up one. It'll make things a lot more cleaner if that does work. Just go and test to see if that works. Because this is in the stay department. So it's checking to see if you're staying in it. Because as soon as you exit it, it does its thing. Yeah, that would have worked no problem. Why did I even... Whatever. Oh no, that's why. That's why you need to stop quarantine, because if you exit it, then it does that. I can't do an enter either. How would this work then? If not that, because that does have to be there to prevent that from occurring. I can't really have it be set to enter, could I? Wait a minute, actually, why do I have it there? I could just have... Right, what am I doing? Teleport detection. This would make things a lot cleaner, and we wouldn't have to have all of that stuff there. Can I do this? Nope, does not work. Not like the well, even semicolon doesn't work on certain instances. Stop teleporter. Yeah, technically that was not... We didn't really need to do all of this. This is just kind of pointless if we just have this detect the teleport later. So now the real question is, how the hell do I have it set to where it teleports the player? Because obviously stay isn't going to work, because as soon as you move from the thing, it's going to do its thing. Now I kind of want to have to do it. Now I kind of want to do this just so that this is... No. Leave it like this. Because who knows, we might need something else there just in case. Okay. How do I do this? I guess what we could... No, but is that going to screw anything up? It might, but it's worth a shot. I could just do this here. Or at least test it here first. I'm going to set this to teleport equals false. I'm just going to test this. I'm going to see if this does anything. This is probably going to screw something up. But it's worth a shot. Who knows? It might work. Or it might just prevent us from teleporting or going back and forth. Seems to be working just fine. Interesting. It's still so disorienting when you teleport. Which makes sense. There is supposed to be sound effects to be played here. That's not screwing anything up. I would have for sure thought that would have screwed something up. Yeah, as soon as you press the button, it doesn't, do anything, and as soon as you, press it again, then it does something. I guess because of the fact that it's in the update sequence, not update, well, no, because that's happening down there, and the teleport stuff's happening up here. So that means I don't need any of that then, right? So wait, how the hell am I going to do that for stuff like the crate? I guess the crate just has to detect to see if the player goes into it. So I don't think I need all of this to be like this. I think I could just do this. No problem. I'm, of course, going to have to go ahead and adjust all of that, move that where it needs to be. Now watch, I am going to have to actually need this here, and then this kind of just nullifies the thing that we're supposed to do. Ugh, man, I wish there was an easier way instead of having to do that. I mean, Control X and V is easy enough. Can I just, like, do this? Yeah, I could just do that. Of course, why did that delete? Why did you delete? Ugh. 19. These two. XV. 26. Delete. These two. Delete. XV. Man, watch. I have a funny feeling that this is just going to bite me in the ass in the future. I know it's cleaner. I know it's not necessary, but it's cleaner. That's what I was trying to say. It makes things look nicer. You want things to look nicer in your code, right? Yes, of course. So that's what I want to try to do. Everything is where it needs to be. 4B, 4A, 4B, 3B, 3A, 3A, 3B, 2B, 2A, 2A, 2B, 1B, 1A, 1, yeah, everything is fine. Everything is fixed. That is weird. Then wait, do we even need that then? Technically, no. Yeah, technically, because if moving prevents, or if moving, like, automatically makes teleport okay, I'm going to delete these. I will do a restart if I need it. It only detects if you're staying in it, and because moving is only going to have that occur. Yeah, this is then not needed. So that means this should still work. Because now, exiting it doesn't make it go to, false. Moving makes it goes to false. And you can't move here, but you can move here and do that. So as soon as you press the button, boom. Of course, I still need to also get that set, but I think that's all we need in that department. So, awesome, great, fantastic. Now here comes the tricky part. I'm going to go on ahead and grab my crate script. So first things first, why is this stuff green? Whatever. Wait, why is that green? Can you tell me what this means? I don't need this to be green. Why are you green? Are you just telling me that's where all the current edits are occurring? I don't know. Thanks, I guess. I'm going to do the test with the crate first, because this is kind of important. Where do I have this underneath restrictions? So I'll have this underneath restrictions as well. Alright, good. Great. Fantastic. Public bool, just so we know that everything there is where it needs to be. We do not have a start variable, actually, here. Which I guess, yeah, that makes sense. We didn't really need a void start. Do not be private, just in case. Oh, no, don't delete that much. Just delete up to here. And I guess what I can do for this one is just move this here instead, so that we have that where it needs to be. I don't really remember what the hell that is, or what that did, or how that affected things. I just know that that's not what we want. Alright, teleport detection. So this is what we need for this. It's essentially just as easy as that, but sure there are a few things here that will cause some problems. So let's see. Same old, same old. As soon as that does its thing, boom. So then what we need... Would I need a coroutine? Because I've only ever set coroutines up with timers, so I don't know if that's going to screw anything up. Technically, no. Yeah, no, technically we don't need that. I think all I need, really, right now is to just have this teleport equals false. As soon as, no, you fool, you misspelled it. As soon as it moves, or as soon as the player goes into it, it does teleport equals false. Then it does its thing. But how would I test that if there's two? How would I test that? I guess I would just have to move things around. So as soon as the player goes into it, teleport equals false. So then it translates and moves. It does its thing. Or so it translates, I don't know, we'll see what happens. If it teleports back, then we gotta see what we can do to fix that. Enemy should be easy. Okay, so... yeah, I teleport back. I figured as much. So where do I want to do? Where do I want to fix this then? Because I can't really have it here. How do I have it for the player set again? Oh, I remember. Yeah, it ran the cooldown thing. That's right. Okay, hold on. This is an easy fix. I just gotta move all this down. Oh, just delete you then. What? Oh, why is there a fucking equal sign here? I said delete, not equal. You fool. Alright. It worked for the player. It ran its coroutine and it worked. I'm hoping that that makes it work. I don't see how that wouldn't make it work. But you may never know. Coding can be a fickle thing sometimes, and sometimes something's work, sometimes something doesn't work. Nope, it teleports back. Why is it teleporting back? Is it because that ran a coroutine? I mean, you saw how that system up there works. Thing moves, starts the coroutine, and then boom. And it's not even translating the crate either. Maybe this... No, because that... Maybe I just start a coroutine. Let me see. Let me see if I can start a coroutine here. Teleport, I don't know, not detection. Maybe we'll do detection. enumerator. And we'll call it teleported. Alright, let's see. Teleport equals false. Yield return. I don't know how this works. Return? Oh, or is it yield return null? That's what it was. Right, I remember now. I forgot what null did exactly, but I think it was just a case of like making it return back to normal. We don't need a timer. We literally just need this to start that. And the player has its coroutine start in the beginning. And so will you. Start coroutine teleported. Boom. Assuming I spelled that right, which it seems like I did. Now, assuming I spelled the other one right, which I should have. We might change this, because there might be some cooldown that we need for other objects, but right now let's just focus on... it worked for the player. The player had its stuff down in a coroutine. So if this doesn't work, it's not working. How the hell's the player? Okay, so apparently this didn't work. So if I have it exited, it's just going to cause issues. How the hell did the player do this then? Is it because of this? Is that the reason why? Okay. How about instead we just put it on a timer? Maybe that will work. I don't know, 0.025 F. since we deleted that one thing from there, I didn't need to check, but yeah, it does that because it takes a player a bit of time to. What the? Why is there a giant ass cricket in here? Hold on, I gotta murder a giant ass cricket. Get your ass out here. No, that's a spider. Take that. You saw it coming, but you couldn't do shit about it, you stupid spider. Ugh. Okay, well, I was gonna say, man, look at the size of that thing, but I just fucking eviscerated it. Why is a giant spider infiltrating our territory, Cat? That's a good thing I noticed it, because I do not want you dealing with a spider that big. You don't even know how to deal with a freaking moth. How are you gonna deal with a spider that size? Christ, man. Yeesh. Well, whatever it was, hopefully, it is the last one that we have to deal with. I'm sitting on my headphones. Alright, ginormous ganked spider brutalized. And now then, where did we go wrong here? Question. Ah, yes, timer, that's right. Okay, now we can test it. First, we got a freaking giant, supposedly giant-ass praying mantis on a porch, which they didn't kill, thankfully. And that's not working. I don't get it. There's just a timer there preventing that from doing its thing. It's just not... not F5, I meant. Come on, hurry it up. Let me just move the player over. It just went back. What? Alright, because, yeah, right, it's on a timer. I forgot, that's not the one I wanted to open up. How the hell do I do this? Clearly a timer doesn't work. Alright. Yield return null. I'm gonna move these down then? Question mark. Maybe that's the reason? Doesn't make sense because the player does it just fine and it's above the translate thingy. Or maybe it's because there was a timer in the player and null is... Maybe no wouldn't be doing that because then that would just make that... It's still false. As soon as the player enters the thing, it moves the thing, or it's supposed to move the thing. I mean, it's supposed to, right? Right, Cat? I don't know. Let's find out. It just moves back. Okay, I'm gonna see what is going on with this. I'm gonna see if the thing is actually going to move first, before I test to see if this is doing its no command thingy. Okay, that is what it's supposed to do. But of course, if there's another teleporter there... Okay, let me move the player here. I am going to have... Oh, right, I can't move it like that. I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to see if this moves up here. It should move up there, if things work the way they're supposed to, but it did not. That's the thing I want to try to get this to do. The only thing I can think of that I need to do is just have a timer here. The other thing had a timer for it. Wait for seconds, 0. I don't know, it doesn't matter. The timer is just needed just to replicate what we have over here. That does its timer thing, that resets its thing, yada yada yada. I'm wondering if it's just because of the key press command things that we've got, and that's why that's working. Now, are you going to work this time? No, you're just going to teleport back there. Also, that's the wrong one. Stop opening that. What do I do here? You gotta translate it first. Unless I have this, instead of being stay, do on trigger enter. I only had it on that for a few reasons. Is that not on trigger enter? Huh? Oh, right, wait, hold on. If that's the case, then you just need to move you up here. And yeah, on trigger enter. And boom. Okay, now we can just get rid of you. Assuming this is what we need. And we don't need a timer then. I mean, if we do need it, whoops. If we do need a timer, that's it. Christ. What you looking at, cat? Well, you think you could have taken on that spire? That spire was like this big. Completely different from the one that was flying up here and I just clapped its ass. You wouldn't have been able to have taken on that one. That one is way too big for cats like you. I guess now that means I need to show. Assuming that this is going to work. I don't know why I'm setting this up like I think that's going to work. As soon as it enters, it does its thing. So that way it's not on a stay department. But then, wait, hold on. If that's the case, then why do we have that here? Yeah, wait, hold the phone. This is pointless then. Because now that we're doing it with this instead, technically speaking, it's entering it and doing its thing. As soon as false does its thing. Well, yeah, actually, we don't technically need a stay command for that. It's not harming anything for the player. The player's still working. Unless somehow the stay command screws up somewhere along the lines, which hopefully it does not, but we'll see. We'll see what occurs. Okay, so the crate went back there, and you die as soon as you go to there. So that's okay. So now that we've done that, I'm going to move everything where it needs to be. That works. So that does work. Good. Great. Fantastic. I can go back to here. Yeah, I guess it makes sense for the crate to have its system like that. Why did I have this system set up for the player? Oh yeah, because we were going to do exit to like do that detection thing. Was it the piece of it still there, cat? Yeah, because now that we have it set to this, technically it doesn't even need to be on trigger stay. Or maybe it does. Maybe it screws up if it's not on trigger stay. We could do a test. We could. I don't see why not. I could just delete this. That will be left empty for a bit. But I could put it here instead, even though it's kind of all over the place. Having it on stay would be a little bit more organized. Although I guess... Is there a way I can have, like, code folders? You know how you could, like, minimize certain things? Technically, yeah, you don't even need that. It doesn't even need to be on stay, because the player's moving off of it is what changes that. There's gotta be a way I can, like, collapse, or put these in one whatever. I'll go on ahead and have, well, one of these here, or maybe not here. Maybe instead I could just have it, teleporter, detection. So then we got teleporter 1A and whatnot. So we just make sure that that's on the bottom. I don't know if stay would screw anything up. It works fine in stay, and it would be more organized. But would stay screw anything up in the long run, or would it be fine? As soon as you enter it, boom. As soon as the player moves, boom. False immediately allows them to teleport. It makes the most sense when you think about it. And as soon as they go to the teleporter, it makes it false so that they cannot automatically teleport back to there. And that works. Alright, so this is how these teleporters work with the crates, as you saw before. Now, if you try to go into it, it moves the crate up there like so. That's not what you want for this department. But another thing you don't want is to go into the teleporter with the crate facing a wall. So think of it like a four-way teleporter, like a weird four-dimensional teleporter system where you like look into the teleporter on one side and you see just an empty space, but like a crate's kind of view on a bottom, because you know the crate's probably not going to be the same size as well, it depends. And if you see a wall there, you're like, okay, I'm going to try to push it. You go into the portal will just put you there no matter what, and portal combines you with the crate and you die. What you want to do here is find the right spot. Go left, dead end. Can't move it anywhere else. Down or up, it'll just be a dead end regardless. Go up, even more of a dead end. Down is where you want to go. And boom. So now we just got to get these guys set up here, but in the meantime, just we need to test that that was going to work, but it did, so that's not an issue. So, this one, I'm not sure how it's going to work. First things first, I need to go to the enemy script. I'll do horizontal first, since that's what we're working on. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit tricky, but I think I can manage. So we got crate detection, and now we need... Well, I guess technically... Oops, that's not what I want you to do. And also, I want you to go up here. Crate detection. Good, great, fantastic. So there's our teleport detection. I'll have to set up all the teleporter stuff in a bit. Teleporter detection. I did that to the others, right? Well, for the player mostly. The crate doesn't really need it. Technically, I'll do it for shits and giggles. Why not? Just trying to fight the urge not to press the thing that I should not press. Alright, this one, easy enough. Although we gotta do this to 4 different variables, but that's fine. Wait. Oh, no, that's just detection. Yeah, that could be here. So we got the teleporters here. Yeah, that's the good thing about this. It's so much easier to have set up. So much easier. And of course I need to do this. And start setup. Is that what I called for the crate? Start setup? Oh no, that's a teleporter setup. It would be with the player. Yeah, start setup. So you start movement and you got the teleporter setup. Yeah. So now that would move to those positions as soon as the enemy detects that. But now we need to have... What is it? What else do we need? I guess... Would it technically... Well, okay. I'm going to have it set like the player has it set, where it makes teleport equal. That's the wrong one, you fool. And also, why can't you just Control-Z the stupid quotations away? Copy that just in case. So, yeah, it's pretty easy to have it set up. Just got the game objects, the variable you need to have the cooldown set up, then the tag, teleporter set up, and then just have all of that set up. As soon as you get like the coding set, it's easy. You just got to figure out where you want the reset to be for when the enemy moves. And now let's pay close attention to the enemy, right here, right now, and see if they move to where they need to move to. I realize that we can't tell if they're actually moving because of that being where it is, so maybe don't do that. Yeah, technically that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so the enemy is moving to the teleporter. God, 2 enemies moving at the same time is so freaking confusing. And we've already tested the code out with the players, so no matter what, the other 3 should work regardless, so we shouldn't have to do a test. If something screws up while we're making levels, then we can just do the test there. I did not mean to do that. I meant to do some other things, i.e. this. You move. Oh, can't move here. Gotta do... Oh, God, I didn't want to do that. Sheesh. I didn't want to go to the portal. So yeah, and I set up like this. You want to do that to not get killed by the enemies in the portals. Literally makes you think you're safe, but you're not. That is actually pretty interesting. Okay, so that's the horizontal enemies portal position set up. I kind of want to go on ahead and like restart everything now. Because the teleporter's already set. I'm just going to grab every single one of the... Well, maybe not every single one of these. I guess... I don't know. How would I want to have this set up? It's hard to say. I need the teleporters regardless. But I don't want to get rid of the enemies. I'll get rid of everything else for now. Maybe not the... Well, fuck. Maybe not the crate and the lava. Get rid of the more input... I'm going to have to figure this out anyways. So I'm just going to go on ahead and grab all of these walls here and delete them all. I'll leave the portals as is. I accidentally deleted the player, which is not what I wanted. There we go. Do not delete the player. The player does not have a prefab yet. I should probably have a setup for player's prefab, but we'll worry about that later. Alright, so I'm going to make another level here. We're going to do some tests and whatnot. I will delete all of the enemies that we don't need right now. Wait, where's the counterclock? Do I not have counterclockwise set up here? I should have counterclockwise, right? Right. Yes? Did I delete it? Alright, so that's right. I just deleted the counterclockwise enemies. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to make this a bit easier on myself by not having to move everything back where it needs to be, but only move the things that I need to move when I need to move it, you know? I don't have to, like, go too balls to the walls with this. I just gotta make a level setup. I'm gonna do it with the enemies first, all the different types of enemies. We already know that that works, so now let's go on ahead and get ourselves some vertical enemies set here. Yeah, this is what creating these levels are going to entail. It's going to be a little bit of a pain. But it's not that bad, I don't think anyways. I probably should have been doing this. I wish there was a better way to duplicate stuff that didn't have me having to press Control D all the freaking time. I'm going to move this here, move all of this up here. And this is where we're going to test out the vertical enemies stuff. Alright, so now I need to move over to the teleporters. I'll do one, since that's easier. Open up! And now 1B, which will move over here. And I don't want these guys going back and forth. I want them all only going in one direction. That direction is up. Up! Now is the time for up! And it's also a good test in general. Because the only thing I'm not entirely too sure of when it comes to, like, enemies, like... Because as soon as they get to a wall, like, if they go down here, it'll automatically have them go up. Like that. Unless it's always in its position. I'm not sure. It's just a piece of dried up cat food, and I toss in trash now, cat. Don't give me that look. Why do you do this? Why do you persist on doing this to me? Alright, so I'm going to have a train of enemies going in a certain direction. You should be here. Well, hold on. As soon as you move up, you'll be down here, so I would want it to be like this. And 0 is up. That's the direction we want you to go. Alright. I'm going to move over to vertical enemy now. So this one is simple. We literally just have to copy all of this, and that's it. We know where we want everything to be. Put this here. We know how we want everything to be. And to make this easier, I'll just go on ahead and remove all of this, and boom. Piece of cake. Now, where are ye? Ah, yes, here you are. I'll go from the bottom up. Take that. Go to here. Oh, I guess this isn't crate detection anymore. I guess I'll just call this enter detection now, because we've got crate detection and teleport detections. And I'll just call you enter detection and call you crate detection. Boom. And now the only thing we need to do when this occurs is just make teleport equal false. Boom. Just literally put it on the movement thing, so every time the enemy moves, it will constantly move to where it needs to be too. Although I didn't do that test, so I'm going to do that test with the horizontal enemy and see if that works by simply having him by himself while these guys move around. I'll have him move in the direction he needs to move in, which should be this. And then as soon as he goes there, this is also another good test. Well, actually, yeah, wait, hold on. I still wish that when I press this, you go to where I want you to go, because when I press the enemy, it goes directly to the enemy. But no, you go straight to the teleporter. This is literally the same tag instance. Why does, I guess because that's ignore raycast. But why do I even have that there? Technically, yeah, why would I need that? Because that's there like that. It doesn't have a box. Why am I making things more difficult for me? Bring that back to default. No, this object only. Do not change any of these to something else. This object only. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe ignore raycasting is somehow causing that to screw up. I mean, it's worth a shot. Nope, it still clicks that. Why does it still click that? Is it because it has a prefab? Is that why? Maybe it's because it's a prefab. I don't know. I want to move the horizontal enemy here. As soon as this enemy moves over to here, he'll move here and we'll go in that direction. Go back and go back. Yeah. I want to see if this will still teleport the enemy. It should. Yeah, technically, it is still doing it. These guys are just moving around like that. Oh god, is this even possible? Nope, as soon as the enemy gets there, it's not possible. You can barely even see most of the teleporter's color there when they're side by side. I mean, you can notice it, but it's not that easy to notice. Yeah, because you go here, you teleport over to here, you go there, you teleport over to here. So it makes sense that these are the two main spots that you go into. So yeah, it works. Good, great. This is impossible. This particular obstacle is impossible. I don't need to pass it, I just want to test it. So I'm going to test it right here and see if this is going to be possible now. Probably not. Oh. It was a trick. You don't... Right, of course! It was a trick! You don't have to go through the normal route. You're like, how do I do this? This is impossible. Just do that! It wasn't impossible, I just wasn't thinking with portals. It's actually pretty ingenious. But Jesus, is it terrifying having an enemy just like right there. Part of me thinks maybe this is too fast, but also I like that speed. Okay, good. The vertical enemies did their thing properly. So now it's time for the, I guess the only really other thing left is the clockwise and counterclockwise enemies. Same old soaps. Same old. Just copy this, put this here. Man, this one teleporter portion is taking us an hour to do. Guess it makes sense when you think about it. But Jesus Christ, I really was hoping we'd get through this quicker, because I also kind of want to try to get, Oh, wait, no, that's just for enter detection. Right. So I can just grab the enter detection and we're pretty much set. Because all this is doing is detecting the tags it needs to teleport to and the crate that it needs to be destroyed by. Which makes this actually way more easier than I think it is. It's just teleport equals false as soon as it goes on ahead and moves. Oops, that's still up. Now I need you to do your thing so I can go over here. The good thing about the teleporter is it's only just requiring the baseline script to be able to work. So it's not going to be a pain in the ass for us to have set up. I guess while I still have the detection stuff here, I'm going to set this up prematurely. And while I'm down here, I might as well set this up prematurely as well. Teleport equals false, blah, 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 blah. And now that that's set up, I'm going to go over to the clockwise enemies, set up these over here. Doop. Go over to clockwise enemy again, set up these over here. Also, this is a good test to see if these are all the same, and if something just doesn't start moving, i.e. via this, then that means that I messed up the line somewhere, which shouldn't be because it's a copy and paste job. There shouldn't be anything here that's screwing up. Alright, that should be everything there. The clockwise enemies should move to the teleporter as soon as they get the chance. Well, maybe not as soon as they get the chance. They're going to take them a while to get to where they need to move to. But the test will be there, so where are you going to move? Oh, that guy's stuck in a loop now. Oh, is that guy stuck in a loop? Oh, no. That guy is kind of stuck in a loop, but they're working. They're being teleported. The only thing I'm not sure about is their particular teleportation range, because as soon as they hit a wall... I mean, if it's like this, then it works just fine. Alright, I'm going to do what is essentially just expanded upon difficulty. I'm going to just do our little tests here. We'll maybe not have the exit there. Considering that is... Whoops. Considering that is where the teleporter is. Okay, I'm going to move these now. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Moving teleporters is going to be a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass indeed. Right, wait, hold on. Hold on a second. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like, well, fucking Christ. Oh, man. I really wish it wasn't going to be a pain in the ass to move portals, but it's fine. It's fine. Now, the only real reason these portals are used is to, like, have particular kind of puzzle crate stuff. Or enemies moving around, like, you know, so. Or having the player move to certain parts of the map across the side kind of deal. They're both two-way portals. Is this going in the direction it needs to go in? Well, I guess the direction where the teleporters are don't matter because they all are just connected as they are. Alright, so this test literally... Oops, I don't know what just happened. I did something stupid. There we go. Okay, there we go. This is literally all this test is. To see if all these enemies move... Well, you kind of can't tell because they're all going to move in the same direction. But they all seem to be moving off course, right? Well, instead of... Wait, actually, I don't have to do that. Can I just do this? Ah, yes, of course. That's what I'll do for now. So you guys are moving in your direction. Okay, good, great, fantastic. Fantastic! That's not what I wanted. There we go. Now let's see if we can do this. Technically, we should be able to, because, you know, it's... Yeah, that was pretty easy. This part was the only part that was a little bit stressful. Okay, so now we need to adjust it. I will delete all of the vertical enemies, because their job here is done. Man, I wish there was an easier way for me to delete all of these walls, but I guess I just have to select them manually. Yeah, this deleting job is going to be a pain. I'm going to have to zoom in to make this work. Or just... Oh wait, I didn't delete this enemy here. I'm getting rid of you for now. I can put them back easily because I already have all of their gameplay objects here. It just makes it easier for me if I don't have to worry about that too much. This is the part that still sucks, though. 3A? Okay. Well, I'll do 1A first. Now this one, I'm curious to see how it's going to work. Oh, I think I know how I can do this. It's going to kind of be like Frogger. Not really the best example, but it's an example nonetheless. Where the enemies are only moving in one direction. Well, I guess Frogger also has the trucks and all that stuff moving in very particular directions. Now this is what you will most commonly see when, you know, enemies are moving via teleportation. Not this particular instance, but these lava blocks here. Since enemies are essentially immune to lava, they can go over it. No problem. No questions asked. Next, clockwise. I don't think we'd be able to test clockwise. No, that's also clockwise. I need horizontal. Alright, so first things first. I guess I could do this. Oops, here we go. I want to test it with just one enemy and see if they move in the direction they're supposed to move in. Alright, let's see. You move there. Good. Good. Great. Good. Alright, good. Great. Technically, like I said before, it's not really needed, but I just want to have it here anyways. So you got a ton of enemies here. I don't know how this is going to go, because some enemies are in very particular positions and whatnot when they're moving. I don't know how that would work. I think that'll just teleport them. They should all be moving right. Correct? Let's see. Oh god, this is going to be tricky. Maybe. Oh god, it's the game of life with very... Oh, crap. With very dangerous enemies, but they're only moving in one direction. They're not moving diagonally. Oh, that was not that hard. I thought it was going to be way more difficult, but we crushed it. Nice. Great. Fantastic. Alright, delete the enemies. And the lava. Maybe not all the lava. And most of the walls. Walls. Levels walls. That's what I want. This is what I want. That, and nothing more. Okay, we can do both the enemy and the player for this one. We're the counter enemy and the other enemy for this one. I already got all that set up, right? Just double checking. Yeah. Literally, this is just a testing portion of our little adventure. But how do I want to have this set up? That's going to be the tricky part. Let's move you out of the way while I work here. And now let's see. So, oh, I got an idea. With the way enemies work, they can only move in a very particular direction. Well, I guess technically we kind of want this space to be free. Also, let me move up here. Alrighty then. So that would mean that you would have to be 2, correct? Yeah. Making quite an interesting looking map right here. Too bad it's a test. Although I don't know if I would actually go for this particular design when going with a map like this. I'm not here to build a level, I'm here to test things and make sure things work. Although I guess technically that should... Wait. Well, it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll connect these. Why not? Just so it looks nice. Alright, so teleporters. Just to keep it simplistic, I'm going to move them in the directions that I want the enemies to move in. Which is basically just in a circle. But in a setup where they can easily get to where they need to get to without any issues. Well, that's the plan, at least. Question is, would it technically matter since we could just go ahead and delete those things? I mean, yeah, if that's the case, we wouldn't need to have that here, but it's just a test. All it is, just a test. So I'm going to have the clockwise enemy go around. Let's see what direction you're moving in. Okay, you're going the right direction I want you to go in. As for you, which is left, okay, good, great. So this is our little test. Go ahead and put some lava here so that we can stay in the playing field. Don't know why. Just thought about that. Man, they really do be moving fast, aren't they? Now here's where things would get very tricky and complicated. Well, it wouldn't be in that direction, it would be more like this. When you get wrought down to it, it's something like that. Same old thing, except that's clockwise, right? Yeah. Except you, my friend, are going to go down, which is 2. And you, my friend, are going to go up. Wait. Yeah, you're supposed to. Wait, are you guys not right? You're going clockwise. Oh, wait, you gotta go 3. But you gotta go 1. Wait a minute, was clockwise? Oh, clockwise. So technically it doesn't matter what direction you're going in. I want you to go 3. I want you to go 1. Remember, 0, or 1, 2, 3, or in my case, 0, 1, 2, 3, because this camera is mirrored. Wait, where did the other enemy go? Ah, shitbird. Oh, I guess it's been deleted? What? Wait, what? Oh. That would make sense. Counterclockwise is still there. And you're going in what direction? Left. So that means you gotta go down. You're going left. You're going down. You're going, oh wait, you were supposed to go right. Why am I even trying to freaking test this out when this is technically already working the way it's supposed to be? You're going left. You're going right. You're going left. You're going right. Left, down, right. Yeah, when you really get raw down to it, it's not necessarily needed, but I'm doing it anyways. Now, if this was without the teleporter, then the enemies would be moving in the direction they're supposed to be moving in. But then I just had it set up in the most... I mean, that's good to know. A clockwise can turn into a counterclockwise with the use of portals. Not necessarily needed because there's a limit of 8 portals, but, you know, that's good to know, I guess. Maybe. I'm not sure. Is it good to know? I said Control D, you fool. Why you not Control D? Okay, let's just see what the hell I crafted here. Are you guys going to move in the directions I think you're going to move in? You are. It literally just looks like they're just vertical and horizontal enemies going in the direction they're supposed to go. Okay, I don't know why I did this. Alright, cool, great, fantastic. The test is completed. I guess I'll just, I don't know, delete. I kind of want to keep these here for reasons, but, Alright, so the teleporter, they work. It teleports the player, the crate, and the enemies. So that system is finished. We don't have to worry about that right now. Right now, anyways, I am going to make a launcher. I'll leave these here for now because I'm going to need the crate for this. We are an hour and a half in, and we haven't even gotten to the big main event yet, and I only got like less than 2 hours for the stuff I need to do. Alright, so the next thing that we are creating is called the launcher. The launcher ding old, type that in before I get the color here. Oh, and while I'm at it, I'm going to cross off teleporters. I mean, I guess I should have figured that, oh wait, I should probably charge my phone before my shows come on. I should have figured that that would have been the case, but, you know, it's fine. Alright, let's see, launchers. So it's 0 here, 255 max here, and 192 maxed here. Like a teal eggshell kind of color, or whatever the hell that one is called. Okay, awesome. So now that that's set, I need to create a cube. Call it a launcher. It's kind of in the same vein as most other thing, launcher. In the sense that it literally just needs to be itself. It doesn't need anything else. This does need to be this, though. And it needs to be a trigger. Those others were true. Yeah, they had to have been trigger, because it wouldn't have worked if it wasn't trigger, right? I just want to double check. Yeah. It doesn't hurt to double check. And if those are what they're supposed to be, then they are what they're supposed to be. This only really needed a mesh render and then the material. And that was pretty much it. So, yeah. Easy enough. So you're supposed to be in 1. Right here. Yeah, it's right along the side of lava. Because the white background isn't there, just so I can grab onto it more easily. Alright, launcher. Here you go. Now, what else? Wait a minute. These have rigid bodies, right? Yeah, they did. Just wanted to make sure that I didn't skip some steps on some things here. Because otherwise it wouldn't work if there wasn't a rigid body there, right? Yeah, you gotta, you get, a refresher. That's literally all you really need to do if you're, forget, is this supposed to be like that? I guess the way is how tar and ice was made, but they also have rigid bodies, so it's fine. So yeah, we just need a launcher, which launches the player and the crate, as well as another object, but that's not going to be made until, the second to last instance in the gameplay object. Rigid body set, box collider set, size is set. Okay, good. I'll now move the launcher into gameplay object. And that's all we need for that. So we do not need counterclockwise enemies or any of this stuff. That's all done. Now it's time for us to set up. Oh, well, there is one thing that we need to get from our scripts here. I'll hide that. I need detect below. I need to open that up for the player. I'll have that here. And then I need to go to crate and have detect below opened up for this one as well. But I'll have that one over here. We'll work with the player first. And right now, our main objective is to have our player clear this obstacle. Boom. Oh no! How's the player going to get out of there? Hey! Alright, now let's go on ahead and do the thing we need to do. I'll have this be a public bool as well. I think it technically has to be a public bool anyways. Launcher movement. Oops. There we go. So there's our launcher movement. Alright, so launcher movement kind of works in the same vein as the ice movement, with only one major difference. As soon as a player lands on a launcher, they have to continue going forward no matter what. So it's a hazard if you land on a launcher if there's a wall in the way. Because unlike the ice stops you, but launchers will just frickin' launch you across the area without even taking into consideration how you feel. I'll just set this up preemptively. Just get that set because we want to have that there. Technically, because of the way that system works, it's updating that, so we know where we need to go. It's just a tiny little green there. But first things first, I need to do some things here. So, same thing here. And, in this case, launcher movement is equal to false. So as soon as launcher movement is equal to true, you will not be able to move, and a certain instance will occur. That is where that's going to do its thing. I guess I want to copy this then. I don't know which one I want to do here. Well, that didn't work. You're supposed to be here. There we go. And unlike the walking thing, doesn't have tar, just gotta remind myself that that's how that was. Because that can still move in tar, it's just slowed down. See, launcher movement will prevent the player from moving in all those directions. Ice and launcher should not be in the same department regardless. And as soon as you get off the ice, it's going to revert that back to false, so that's easy enough. Alright, this part's easy. If, that's not what I want you to do. That's also not what I want you to do. If launcher movement is equal to true, and walk is equal to true, then in this instance it's literally just if a player movement is equal to whatever it is, and it just does its walking animation. It's literally just the same as this, only this time it moves by 2. That's literally all a launcher is. So, same old thing, although I guess we can do this so that we can have this equal that. So that's it. That's all it is. It moves the player by 2 blocks. Now this is good for a few reasons. And I can't really show you one of those reasons until we get a certain gameplay object made, but that's fine. All you need to know is that this is how this works. As soon as launcher movement is equal to true, and walk is equal to true, bang, boom, that's it. In this department, now all we need to do is essentially just have the launcher detection here. Water detection, tar detection, okay, here we go. So, launcher detection. So yeah, same old thing. Other.tag is equal to launcher. And stop coroutine launcher removed. Doesn't matter what the name is, just so we know what it is. Player.launcher movement equals true. That is, why is there a fucking... It's true, you fucking idiot. Okay. So that does its thing. Now we just gotta do the same thing over here with this one. Launcher detection. Also, let me just make sure I didn't accidentally capitalize D. Okay, good, I didn't. If other.tag is equal to launcher, doop, then start coroutine launcher removed. Make sure that's also spelled right. Launch removed. Launch removed. Okay, good, great, fantastic. Exit launcher. Man, it's so easy. Oh, once you get to the coding part that you know, like off the back of your hand at this point. Alright, now we need launcher removed. Do this, do that. And now, same with the yield return new. Wait 4 seconds. That's not what I wanted. 0.025f. Boop. And player.launcher movement equals false, I think. I believe, right? It is false. Check me see if it's true. Yeah. So as soon as the player detects the launcher, right over here, goes on ahead, does that thing. It's the same thing as how everything else works. As soon as they're removed from it, it does launcher movement false. So if there's still more launchers there, it keeps on moving them, keeps on bouncing them across the thing. So now, let's try it out, shall we? As soon as this thing is done loading. Should work. I don't know if I'm missing anything important. Yeah, still does the thing. And now you can't get back in there. The launcher is a good way to kind of just like make it as a one-way access across like hazards and whatnot. So say if we had a drop here, and also to make this a bit more simplistic, I'm just going to go on ahead and have a, yeah, that like that. Go on into my gameplay objects and have a drop here and put it over here. That's in the right direction. Good. So say you're in an instance where you're like, I don't know, on like a mountainside and there's a drop there. You can't get in there, and if you try to go through, boop, you're dead. And that's basically how that works. I'm going to get rid of the lava for now. It's not that hard to get all the stuff that I need to get set up here. Okay, so what I'm going to do for here, for shits and giggles, okay, maybe not the bottom part, and also I didn't. Can you stop selecting the thing I don't want you to select? Just for shits and giggles, I am just going to delete these, and I'm just going to create a bunch of drops here. We are on a cliffside. That's right, that's where we're on right now. We're on a cliffside. And they got these launchers that are built in these spots here to prevent us from, going over the thing. We got mountainside walls here. And we got launchers here. That's preventing us from moving in the direction that we want to move into. There's a few things here that I'm testing. I'm going to keep this in a very confined area, nothing too complex. I don't know what I'm going to do with this crate right now. I'm just going to go on ahead and going to have a launcher here. Maybe not here and here. And this is the fun part. If you consider getting your face slammed into the wall hard enough to kill you, fun. Yeah, there we go. I'm dead. That's how that works. So right now, these are just obstacles you need to avoid, because if you go into them in any other direction outside of this, you're dead. Go right. Oh, I'm dead again. That's how launchers work. I will have a different sound effect for them here, but this is how launchers work. Currently, crates aren't, doing anything right now, but once a crate is, placed in the launcher's position, boom. That's how that works. There's another test that I would like to perform here. It should still do the thing it's supposed to do, regardless. So, if there's no wall there, if you're going onto a launcher like that, you're just dead as well. There's no way around that. It's as simple as that. You're just dead. And now we do the same thing to the crate, which is literally just the same thing. Although the crate is more different, for a few reasons, really. You know, how certain things are here and whatnot. Alright, so I guess restriction variable. Oh, that's not how you spell variables. Variables. This one's going to be tricky because, unlike the player, the crate does not have input. It just has player detection stuff. So I'll have a public bool. I'll just also call this one launcher movement. I mean, yeah, it literally is just detect to see if there's a launcher there and just move it. Then I guess we will also... Oh yeah, that's another thing that we need to do here. Launcher movement, detect to see if that's false. If that's not false, then it won't move. Just to make sure that the player can't move the crate out of the position it's supposed to be in. Because that's a possibility. So that's just on trigger enter. I think we just need an update instance here. Alright, so I'm just going to have this just be update. I don't even know how I had that set up for the player. What did I do for this again? I didn't do anything for this. I don't know. Main coding? Or main mechanic? Just call it update setup. It's easier that way. Update setup. And then just destroy itself. And we'll have launcher movement. Yeah, because the crate only moves via collision or trigger detection. Oh yeah, they don't. this technically doesn't even have... Okay, so it looks like I'm going to need a movement variable for this one. First things first, if launcher movement is equal to true, and movement is is equal to, I guess, true as well? What did the player have again? Yeah, all that did was just to tell you what the thing is able to move. Or did you want to call this movement variables instead? Public bool movement equals true. That's what I had set up for the player, right? Yeah, and make sure it just equals true. Probably wonder if I could do the same with that, but I don't know if that would work. Yeah, because it would have to start it up. Okay. So movement is equal to true. I guess just because this is not going to really matter too much. Just like how the player has a stop and start coroutine when it comes to like movement-based stuff. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Stop coroutine movement, or did I just have that variable be move instead? Or maybe just call it moving. Yeah, sure, why not? That works. Now let's just do the same thing. Moving. Oops, that's not a semicolon. That's a colon. So this doesn't do anything to like screw up the crate. As soon as the crate detects to see if that is equal to what it needs to be, it has to have that equal to true. So I'll have a movement variable system here. Movement, i.e. numerator, moving. Doop. So in this one, movement equals false. Then yield return new, wait for seconds. And in this instance, I think it's, what was it again? 25F? Right, half a second. Then movement equals true. The only part where this actually matters, because this always does its thing where it moves it. This is the only part where it really actually matters, is when the crate is being moved. Should I have this? No, that's walk. Right, that would make sense because the thing doesn't, and everything movement related is called movement. So there's the movement there. And I guess now we also need to have public int movement direction. And that doesn't need to be anything. Technically, it doesn't need to be anything, because no crates are going to be on top of launchers as soon as the level starts. Yeah, this one is actually pretty easy. Just the same thing as we had before. I'm going to go over to the player and see where everything is. Transform occurs, and then the movement occurs. Assuming that that wouldn't screw anything up, which I'm hoping it doesn't. Yeah, because it goes off of a timer system, so it's not going to move regardless. So I need a movement direction. And since this is up, that will be 0. Actually, yeah, all we need to do is just copy the numbers up there. That makes this easier. And plus, it's in a 1, 2, 3 kind of setup, so easy. No difficult at all. The only thing I'm going to be worried about is the shifter, and we are like, what? No, we're not even 30 minutes in, and we're almost done with the launcher. Jeez. Alright, so this part's important. If the types of launcher is equal to true, and moving is equal to true. In this department, if movement direction is equal to 0, and this doesn't matter if there's a crate or a solid object there or not, then translate yada yada yada. In this instance, it's just the same as what we have there. And boom. Of course, I need you to do this, since nothing should be getting in the way, and you can't move with the launcher there anyways. Then start core move foot. Wait a minute, why is this? What the hell happened to you? What? Okay, there it is. It just did a little stupid for some reason. So yeah, start core team movement as soon as, that goes back to a true. This starts it and does all that stuff. Only reason why that does that is because every time the player goes into it, it should reset it. The only reason this is necessary is to prevent the crate from moving more than it needs to move. It doesn't apply anywhere in this particular movement setup because that's player detection movement. It's only necessary for this. So, yeah, now we just gotta essentially just do all of this here. And because this can only occur in one sequence and cannot really be done in any other sequence, this should be it, right? If launcher movement is equal to true, and movement is equal to true, start movement to make that false, and then translate one movement, and wait until the next thing, depending on what the crate's movement is, and the crate movement is determined by the player's movement position of it. Outside of the teleport stuff, which, can I just do this? No, I can. Well, I can. So yeah, that does that, and that's all it needs to have there. I guess the other thing that we need to do for this, outside of just basic movement detection. Wait, yeah, this doesn't have anything else here in movement detection. That's where that has all that stuff. Okay, I guess that should then... Wait, where's the detection for all the player stuff? Wherever teleport is for the players, well, I'll decide to put the stuff that I need. Yeah, teleport's on the complete bottom. So I guess that means crate. You will have your wall detection here. If... okay, good, you auto-corrected. Great. If... I guess in this instance, just anything with the wall layer is equal to... Shit, what was the wall layer again? Was that 5? Couldn't have been 5. No, what was the wall again? Player, tell me, what is wall? Was it 8? No. Ah, no, it was 7. Good, great. I don't remember what 5 was, but I guess it technically doesn't matter. Alright, so if that occurs, then it literally is just as simple as destroy crate equals true. Destroy crate equals true. And then it just runs that variable set up there. Boom. Easy enough. Sure, we can just have it destroy itself like from here, but it's fine. It just keeps things relatively simplistic. So now that's detecting to see if there's a wall there, and if there is, it will destroy itself. Crate cannot move another crate. If a crate falls into a crate, it dies. Or maybe both of them dies. Technically, yeah. They would just both die out. It would just, if 2 crates collide into each other, they will just both blow up. So yeah, that's what would happen. Actually, I'm curious to see what would actually happen if we had 2 crates there. Are one of them going to blow up, or are they both just going to blow up? Alright, so now that we got that set, launcher detection. Now it's time for the launcher to do its thing. Launcher. That is not tag, you fool. Crate dot launcher move. Wait a minute, wait, that is under detection. Oh yeah, we don't. That's right. We don't have the other detections there. Of course. How could I forget? Right. Okay, so that means now we need a coroutine for this one. Stop coroutine launcher removed. Just the same as what we have in multiple instances. This is the first instance here where we have an exit detection, because all detections literally just destroys the crate or gets them stuck or does something to the crate that doesn't require it to exit the thing. Alright, void on trigger exit. The first time we are using this for the crate here in this department. And now we have launcher detection. Same old. If tag is equaled to launcher. And then just simply start the coroutine for launcher removed. And now we need to have launcher exit launcher. What did I say it again for this again? Ah, yes, exit. I guess I probably could just call that exit instead. Exit launcher. Did I also have these capitalized? I feel like I would have. Yeah, I had that capitalized. I guess I don't. That's not what I wanted. Good thing I didn't screw anything up. Even so, that's an easy fix regardless. Yeah, I didn't have any of that capitalized. Alright, it's fine. Numerator. Launcher removed. Zoop. Zoop. Same thing as before. You'll return new. Wait 4 seconds. 0.025 if. You know, I thought you would have moved out there like most, but apparently I was wrong. So, yeah. Create launcher movement will then equal false. So as soon as the crate enters the launcher's tag thingy, stops the coroutine there, makes that true. As soon as it exits it, start that coroutine, and it does that time system setup thingy here. Crate.launcher movement and whatnot. And boom. That should be all for the crate, I think. I don't think there's anything else here. We got the movement direction determined for the crate as soon as the player goes into it, so that stays saved for when the launcher needs to move things. And that's where that will come into play, and it can only occur in that department. There is technically one major aspect that we need to take into consideration with all of this. Right, Cadillac. But I guess what I can do, I can put the crate here for the time being. But, I kind of want to do this test just for shits and giggles. Alright, let's see if this is going to work. So the crate should move. The crate is gone. What? Ray, you fool. You foolish fool who is foolish. You forgot to change these to 2. The important reason for the launcher's existence, to move things by 2 blocks. Right. At least it actually moved it, so that's good. Now we just gotta actually have it move in the right direction and not drop itself. Okay, so far so good. I can't get in there. Huh. How am I gonna... I guess I just have to... I don't know, not have this here then? Because I move that... Yeah, I'll just remove these. Why not? So we're going to just test the crate's movement in all of those directions. Okay, you moved where you're supposed to move. Well, I can't do that with that here, so I need you to move so that down works. Okay, good, down works. And both of them blows up. So definitely have like a crate destruction, or wooden or something destruction sound when that occurs. Okay. What else is there to test? Right, hold on. I don't have to exit for this. Okay, so the walking works fine. Yeah, that's what we need to do for this one. So, this is an easy fix as well. That's the wrong one, you fool. Okay, so the crate's finished. That's all it needs to be. Now, the only thing that we need for this one, really, is the other script compartments for this. Let's see. I don't know if I showed me creating this before, but I created a detect below instances here, which should be in the middle of every one of them. Yeah, 2 across from each other. This is what I had set up. I think off camera. I don't remember. If I had it on camera, then you guys already know this exists. But I had this set up specifically to have the crate tarred down. So, this is where we are going to essentially just use the same variable to prevent the player from being able to, from doing anything stupid. So this is what this is for, as you can see right here. False. So now what this is going to do, it's going to change the launcher, or it's going to detect a launcher and have crate tarred down, which in the regular detection point prevents the player from being able to move in the crate's direction. That's the entire point of that. Going on, I'm going to have to... You know what? I think it might be easier if I just did this and just copy the tar tag and replace it in that department instead. So yeah, it uses the same thing. I could set up an OR, but I don't know if that's going to screw anything up. It shouldn't. Because you can only... No, because then there's instances where that would exit out of that. Are we going to have tar and a drop? Oh, now I'm questioning if I should have a... oof. Am I going to have an instance where I'm going to have a tar and a drop in the same department? Is that going to be a... Fuck. Is that going to be a problem? I don't know. It might be a problem? I mean, no, even if there's a launcher and a tar in the same department, it shouldn't really cause any major issues, right? I don't know. Oh god, now I gotta actually test to see if that is gonna cause any problems. Ugh. Okay, and that's fine. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be performing tests. So launchers are what they need to be at. Tarred up, trues and false, left launchers. So that should be it, right? So now the player shouldn't be able to move in this department, because there's going to be a launcher there. Yeah. And as soon as that's there, it does its thing. And then we do one more test with you. Oh, I died. But yes, that works. But now I gotta test to see if tar is gonna screw up. Alright, well, we're not gonna build an actual map here. Even though it is, you know... it's just fun looking at how all of this stuff is starting to come together. I probably should have put these in a launchers department. I'll do it right now. Yeah, the shifters are going to be a bit of a pain. Oh boy, man. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about how the shifters are going to work. Man, okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to do some tests here. I don't really know if this would screw anything up. And I only really need to do one test in this department, so let's just grab a tar block, put it in the game scene, and put it here. I don't know if this is screwing anything up. That's the thing. I'm going over to player and I'm going to check some stuff. That's tar, right? I didn't accidentally just grab poison. Okay, good. Oh yeah, that's why I move quick, because of the fact that it doesn't move quick immediately. That's right. Alright, so... tar movement. Wall up. So that's not causing any issues. That's good. Just bouncing over the crate. I don't know why that's funny. Well, you obviously can't move the crate in that direction because that's tarred. I think it's working. Any instance I have going around this thing isn't screwing anything up, so that does seem to be working fine. Ah, okay, good. So I can have those share that. That's fine. Alright. Now for the, oh, I deleted all the enemies. I can get rid of that, and the tar. Now for what I think is probably going to be the most challenging block, and we have like a little over an hour to make it. Oof. Okay, I'm going to go on ahead and cross off the launcher, because that's finished for now. Even though that one part is going to be too bad of a thing set up. Alright. Really, Cat? Watch the wire. Man, you are so clumsy. I'm going to create a material. I'm going to call it a shifter. And prepare for some challenging setup here, because I have no idea how the hell I am going to do this. Now, I don't know if that's the right color that I want for the shifter. Side by side by a teleporter. Let's see. It is darker. That's 128. That is darker. Unless I want to go for 64, because 64 might work. That's the thing. We had like gone off of like 64 for most things here. So this might work. It depends on what it looks like on the side of the thing here. We'll see. But we have this. If it's not 64, then we can change that later. Alright, so I have no idea how the hell I'm going to do this immediately right off the bat. I know what I want to do to make this work. I just don't know how I'm going to do this properly. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. We can do this. So, first things first. Give it its material. This doesn't need the bug. No, it does need the bug slider. What am I saying? Because this is going to technically... Is it going to detect to see the bottom? Technically, no. No, this isn't needed. Because there's going to be something else that's going to need that. You will see what I mean in a minute. Let me move this wall down and see if this is a bit hard to see. That's primarily why I want to have that be at that color, which was 96, right? It's kind of challenging to see, but is 96 the way to go? Dude, that's not what I want. Is 96 the way to go? I mean, you could see it better. If I were to put teleporter 1 into the scene, and move that side by side, I mean, you could tell the difference at least. Although, it makes sense that all the teleporters are like purple in color. Did I just accidentally... I just accidentally did teleport 2. Really? No, I want to teleport 4, you idiot. Yeah, the 5 portal colors. Yeah, sure, 96 will work then. Alright, now, here's where things are going to get tricky. I need to create an empty space here. And we'll call it, I guess just raycast then. Now, I don't know how this is going to work exactly. We might need to have more of these. God, I don't know. Shifters, it doesn't matter, because we can just have it be tagged as a shifter instead. So, yeah, this is going to be tricky. It's been a while since I messed with this raycast stuff, but let's go to our scripts. I'm going to go on ahead and create another script. Call it shifter. I don't need these open anymore. You will see what I mean by why this is going to be really complex. Okay, do I have the thing opened up here? I do not. I will go to the project real quick and get my raycast test out. Okay, all right, so this is what we need. So, get out of my way. So we need to have ourselves a raycast hit, which, what did I call that again? Literally just hit, so I'll just do this with a capital space. And then we needed a game object, call that player. I'll just do the player for now, we're not going to worry about the other one yet. Of course, with the way this is set up, it literally is just the same thing. I mean, we do have the players, the player tagged as shifter, correct? Or it's player, right? Yeah, okay, good, great. I'm going to go to the raycast and get this on here immediately so I don't forget in the future. Alright, so raycast variable. I guess player variables, technically. And then detect game object tag. Or detect players, which right now is just regular player, but that's fine. Okay. There was also, yeah, I don't know if we need the cooldown. I'll work off the cooldown. Oh yeah, that timescale thing was just to test the pause instance, which we technically don't need right now. Alright, so here is where things are going to get a bit tricky, to say the least. Okay. So, we're going to do a test here. I don't know. Okay, so first things first. Vector 3. So we're grabbing the vector. We're grabbing the local variable up. And I'll do what I did last time to make this easier for me to not have to go back and forth and try to get this to where it needs to be exactly. Can I... Yeah, I could just... Oh god, that's just going to be a pain in the ass for me to, like, look at. Okay, good. So, right now what this is doing is getting the transform direction position. In this case, it's vector 3 going up, dot up. Now, since it's only going to be 25, we technically only need 25. But for just the case that we need more than that for, like, I don't know, something or whatever, we'll do that. I also want to draw the ray here. Transform dot position up. And I'll just make the color be green? Yeah, sure, I guess, why not? Just so we can see where that's going. This is what I got from that one video, and it works. It does work with what I need. So I need physics.raycast, which is, of course, the position of the raycast object that we need. And in this instance, it's looking for up. I don't know why that was in parentheses, but it is. I don't remember what out did, but it did something with that. And, of course, hit... oh, wait, right, because that's not... right. Collider.tag, in this case, is equal to player. If that occurs... oh, wait, you're not actually doing that. Capital H. So, here's where the only other thing needs an input here. In this case, get key down, the key code being S. Alright, so this is going to take the players, so we know, we're fine. It's going to take this player's position right here and have it equal this thing's position. That's what it's doing. That's all it's doing. I don't think I need cooldown or anything like that. If I do, I can have it set up. But that's all we need. I don't technically need to have print, do I? What was print again? Was print like debug or something? Yeah, logs message to the Unity console, which we don't technically really need right now. Yeah, we don't technically need that. So, here's where things get tricky. Actually, wait. There is one thing I need to do. Before I forget, there is one thing I need to do. Where would this one be, is the question. Alright, so public static bool. We'll call this shifter, I think. I don't think that's going to screw anything up. I don't think. Even if we have a script named shifter, it should still take the field and not the thing. Or we could just say the shifter movement? We'll see. We'll see what happens. So this is important. Oops, that's not where I want to go. For one major reason. If player.shifter is equal to... Yeah, I have a feeling. Right? Well, let me just put this in and get this where it needs to be and put this inside of here. I'll go on ahead and figure out what the ish is. This is just because it's named after that, right? Correct? Wait, what? Public static bool shifter. I'll just call it shift then. Shift. No, I'm just not doing it right. What was it again? Huh, that's weird. That's a public static bool. Hold on, let me remind myself what it is exactly I need to do for this to work. Yeah, I know, shut up. Player dot... Why is it not working? That's weird. If player dot shift. Why is this not... Oh, right. That doesn't work because of that up here. So in other words, this is probably fine then. I just need you to be not that then. Okay, so what should this be is the question. I guess, player detection. Sure, why not? That's what we'll call it. Detection. There, now I'll just go over here so that disappears. Alright. What do you mean an object reference is required for a non-static? What happened? What? Oh, right. Player detection. Or maybe I don't call it detection. Maybe I'll just call it player shift. Yeah, sure, why not? Player shift. That'll do. I forgot about that tidbit down there. And now everything should be good. Yes, okay, good. I think that's all we needed from that side. I'm going to look and see what this looks like. Pause. I cannot see the debug. That's weird. I can't see the debug here. I just reduced that there. You're not drawing that for some reason. Huh, that's weird. Unless because of the way this is set, and because shifter isn't equal to... No, because then the other one works just fine, so why are you not doing your thing? Yeah, vector 3 debug dot draw ray transform dot position up the color of green times 30. Transform dot transform direction, and that's right. Oh, I guess because technically this is false by default and that's greater than 0 by default. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so in other words, we just gotta now test. How do I want to do this? Let's get the player, actually, to detect its shifter component. This one should be easy if we're only detecting the middle portion. Yeah, if we're only detecting the middle portion, and the bottom one is just there to make it look like it's detecting stuff. Alright, I know what I need to do. I don't need anything else here, I just need to go to down here. Enter detection. Alright, here we go. Shifter detection. Same thing as most others, really. Tag equals shifter. Then shifter equals true. But also stop coroutine. Shifter removed. And then we're going to have to do the same thing on the other one. All this does is just allows for the shifting component to do its thing. There's going to be more to it than just this. But right now, let's just focus on getting the teleportation department set up. Also, where did I have this again? Right, underneath all that stuff. I guess I can have it in between death. So, shifter removed. Or exit shifter. The same thing as usual, i.e. numerator. In this case, shifter removed. Boom. Boom. Does its hold a return yield new. No, I did the stupid. It's even right there on my face. I was right the first time. Why did I? Whatever. Wait for seconds. 0.025 F. And then go on ahead and make a shifter equal false. Boom. So as soon as the player, okay, on trigger. As soon as the player, goes onto there, shift equals true and stops that, so it doesn't, do its thing. And now, shifter detection. That's what I have for that one, right? Detection. Yeah, shifter detection. Okay, good. Just need to make sure. If other dot gain tag is equal to shifter, and I'm going to need you to, well, in this case, start coroutine as opposed to all the stopping that we have here, and shifter removed, and boom. Just double checking. Enter the shifter. Stop coroutine, shifter removed, and make shifter equals true. Exit the shifter, start the coroutine, shifter removed. That's all you need to do. Then you wait for your allotted seconds, and if there's no shifters in the player's position, shifter equals false. Assuming teleport doesn't screw anything up, but it hasn't screwed up anything for the teleporter, so it should still work. Now here comes the challenging part. I guess technically, because I have that all set up there, but technically, don't we just need to, whoops. Oh god. Don't we technically just need to have this be here? Because I had it all set up in a very particular way. Down. Now, I'm not sure how exactly this is going to work. Oh right, wait, why do I have it not capitalized? It makes sense for me to have it capitalized because that's how everything is in my particular department. Up. That one doesn't need it capitalized. That is not what I wanted. I want you to be right. Yeah, it makes sense with what I've been doing here, as is. So yeah, that goes to 30 blocks away. And And we're also going to have all the others drawn so that we know the direction that they're going in. Just because, I'm gonna go in, oops, go ahead and just cast raise, or local, or better yet, raise setup. Setup. And this is going to be a cast raise. And this is important for a few things. Is there anything else here that we need? Obviously, this has to be W, because if it's looking down, and it has to be W going upwards. Same thing with that being right. Press left. Detects the player to the right, press the left key. Same thing with left, detect it to the left, press the D key. And that's what it needs, but it only does it if player.shift is equal to true. So, technically speaking, this should work now. But there's still one major issue that we have to deal with here. You'll see what I mean in a minute. If everything is as it should be, the shifter here should be done. I'll move this here. And we'll... Oh god, what happened? Oh god, I accidentally did something that I did the stupid. Oh god, what the hell? Alright, just delete these. Yeah, delete these things here. We don't need those. We just need this. Do not do that again. I don't know if that's going to screw anything up. It shouldn't. So now here's where things are going to get tricky. Now let me see something for a second. I don't think it's going to show the raise, right? Yeah, I got to go here first. It's not showing the raise still. So yeah, now here's the tricky part. Because you see how this is set? We're going to move immediately as soon as, you know, that does its thing. I don't know why it's not drawing the raise, though. Aren't they supposed to be drawing the raise when you pause the game thingy? Should be. So now I don't know if this is actually working or not, because the rays aren't drawing. Let's see, I got that. That would be all we need. This is all in the update class, of course. And this is detecting for the tag player. Right? So why are you not drawing that? Let's see. I'm going to do a test here. With down, yeah. I'm going to do a debug.log right here. Player detected. Just so I can see if it's actually detecting a player, because the thing's not drawing. It's not drawing the thing it's supposed to draw. So let's see. Shouldn't detect it until I go here. And it's not detecting it. That's weird. Why can't I see this being detected? You have the shifter script. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, that's why, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if that is why, but let me go to shifter here for a quick second. Where's Raycast right now? Oh, for the love of... You're supposed to be up here. That's where you're supposed to be right now. You're supposed to be up here. No wonder why it wasn't showing me the thing, because the Raycast was not where it's supposed to be. Still not where it's supposed to be. What? Huh? Don't know why these aren't doing their thing, but okay, I'll just delete this. Put a new shifter in there. That's weird, that didn't update. That's a little bit concerning. Wonder why that didn't update. Alright, let's just put a new shifter in then. No, not there, you fucking idiot. Shifter. Game scene. There we go. Right where I want you. So there's one major important thing to take into consideration with this. Hopefully it's going to show that this is detecting the player. It's not detecting the player still. What? Why are you not detecting the player? Stop not detecting the player. Where's my raise at? The shifter script is there. So why is the shifter script not doing its thing? Yeah, what the hell? Why is it not doing its thing? Maybe I shouldn't have that here, but that's probably not going to work if that's not there, right? Correct? Yeah, no, it won't work if that's not there. So why is it not doing its debug? This is weird. I literally have, if you go over to here, right? I press play on this thing over here. Maybe I'm missing something up top. Probably. I do that and it draws the lines just fine. It's essentially the same thing that these are right here. But why is that not drawing the lines? That's what I want to know. Yeah, we got the cubes doing their thing with the ray cast there. And that layer being an empty object for some reason. Don't know why I had that set up like that, but it's whatever. Would the fault screw anything up? Probably not. Is it because... Oh! You fucking fool. You moron. How could you forget something so important as such as getting all of this set up like so? Also, why does this feel like this is in the wrong direction? No wonder why it's not working. I don't have the box collider, nor the other thing that is important here. Of course, the vitally important aspect of the raycast component here. Oh, I can't move these around. Well, it would help if... Why can't I move you? Okay, I can move you there. Yeah, no, that would make sense. That would make sense why that isn't working. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. Yep. Glad we figured this out now. Box slider, trigger. How could I forget? See what I mean? Well, it's a good thing that does that, because now we know that the things... Why is this not updating it? You're supposed to update it, right? I don't get it. It's a bit concerning that I'm making these changes that should be updating, but it's not. Wait, why are you saying shifter clone? Oh, fuck it. Of course it's not updating. Of course it's not updating, because I'm in the fucking thing. Stupid. Idiot. Moron. How the fuck do I... Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It should work now. Right. Well, the rays are there now. Yeah, but it won't teleport the player until the player stops moving. But the rays are there. And that's what matters right now. It's not what I want to open. Okay, so it literally was just me being stupid. It's fine. We have these here just because. Right? I'm not sure if I'm missing something important here. I might be. Because that should be detecting this. Unless the player itself needs to be bigger. Which, I guess, technically makes sense when you get right down to it. Right? Or is that going to just kill the player as soon as it collides into a wall? Yep. Yeah. So, does that mean walls gotta be this or something? Where the hell's the wall at? Oh, there you are. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, I don't know. Trying to figure out, because I don't want let's see. Okay, so now it's detecting the player. Oh, it does teleport the player. but the player needs to stop moving. Okay, good. So that was a problem. It was only detecting that. All right. Well, now that the walls have effectively changed to this, because of the way this system works, yeah, I guess that's fine. It doesn't really change anything. Enemies attack that one particular spot. The player needs to have its box pretty much out there. Is there anything that I have to worry about in this department? Well, there is technically the, God, yeah, there's the clone. Okay, what if instead of 0.5, where is the box? Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, because that's supposed to be red. What if instead of 0.5 we do like something like, I don't know, 0.75? Yeah, why not? That should work, right? Yes? Can I see the box collider? No? So that way the walls can stay as 1. The walls will be 1, but everything else will be half the size, collision-wise. Even the floor-based stuff, half the size, collision-wise, except for stuff like, that, because that's just like the bottom portion. These are just like the main thing, but the teleporter nodes are also you get what I mean. So yeah, the player is going to have a 0.75, which should still work, because it should not collide with the wall regardless. Yeah. That shouldn't be doing any detection, right? Let's open this up again. I'm going to just see. Yeah, doesn't do anything, and it only does it here. Okay, good. Great, fantastic. I don't need this debug anymore now that we know this is working. Okay, now for the player's own raise system. This is important. And this is the part that I'm going to be a little bit worried about, but I think we can manage. Okay, so we might be able to get this done with quicker than I think, which is good because we are slowly running out of time. So I need to have, what did I have for the shifter again? Also, I don't need this open anymore. Raycast hit. Oh wait, no. Raycast variable, right. Because I'll have the raycast variable down here. Right above the teleporter. Technically, that's like where it needs to be. Raycast hit. Alright. Now this one, it's just the same thing. I guess because this is in the same vein, I'll have this be here. So game object, shifter, something. Shifter what? What do I want to call this? Shifter shift. Sure, why not? That'll do. Text that. Alright, now we need a shifter setup. It's just basically the same thing we did. Well, no, wait. No, it is technically just the same thing that we did, but now it's just... Now it is doing a shifter shift game object looking for the tag shifter. Here we go. So that's set, that's set. Now, this part I'm not sure about. But, well, we don't necessarily need all of that. I'll grab this. I'll probably do a little bit of a cleanup after this. And I'll have the shifter be underneath here. Yeah, sure, that'll work. Let me go on ahead and, oh god. Put that back where it needs to be. Okay, okay. Now all this does is detect the shifter there, and essentially just put up a wall. I don't know how this is going to work exactly in the else department, If that is there... Oh God, how is this going to be set up? Because this is a little bit... It's a little bit concerning. I'm going to see if I could do this in one variable setup. I should be able to, right? I'll grab this. Cast raise, because that's down there. I didn't mean to put it down there, but it's fine. And we don't want this. No, wait, no, we don't want that in general. So you're looking for the tag shifter. Correct? All this shifter does is just does all that stuff. Yeah, not just grabbing that. And that just grabs the position of that thing, but that's not what we want. Okay, so right now you're detecting a shifter above you. So wall up equals true. That's essentially what it should do. I'm not going to have this set up fully immediately, but wall up equals false. That's not what I want you to do. False. Okay, so if player.shifter is equal to true, once player goes under the thing, it'll essentially make that so there's a wall up above. And hopefully, if this is not detecting anything, it makes that false. I don't know how this is going to screw anything up in the long run, but it's worth a shot right now to test it. We got the perfect spot to test it in too, so yeah, it works. Also, because of this wall here, the player is unable to go in that direction. Nope, player still moves upwards. Even with wall up equal to true. Because I can't have it... I don't want to open this up anymore. This is done, I think. Ah, Christ. The only other way I can see this working properly is if it's on a time-based system. So I guess that's what we gotta do then. So stop coroutine, I'll just call it shifter up. And instead of this, you know, doing its thing, this will just start coroutine shifter up. Right. So then that means this is going to be here. Although, we might have to have this be something else. But let me go to the movement for a second. Because the only instance where the shifter adjusts anything is here. Wall up equal false. And we can have an OR instance where it detects to see if that's equal to false as well. We could. If something screws up with the player's basic movement, oh god, where is it? Launcher movement, ice movement, no, it's down further. If something screws up with the player's basic movement, we can change that. So right now we just need to stop the coroutine for shifter up, and then start it if the thing isn't there. It does like do the thing where it doesn't like you know, get out of the way. Here we got exit shifter. Okay, so that's not what I want. Shift up. I'll just call that one. I.e. numerator. Or do you want to call this shifter shifter removed? I don't know. Shifter up. Assuming that's right. Yield. Return new. Wait for seconds. I might need to have that there. Actually, yeah, because if that occurs, then... Yeah. Because then there's no up after that, and if there's a wall there. Maybe I do have to have shifter variables then. Alright, that's fine. Shifter up. I'm probably going to have to change that. Yeah, I'll call it shift up. It'll make this a million times easier for me. Same old direction. This way, nothing will screw up with the wall department. And that way, this will be its own instance. So yeah, this is easy enough. The player can only move in that... well, no, I guess technically this doesn't matter. Oh, no, it does matter. What am I saying? This shift up equals false. So you're detecting to see if shift up is equal to false, which it should be. And then you're detecting shift down. You're detecting shift right. And you're detecting shift left. And the same thing we got to apply to this department as well, because you're most likely going to be holding down the thing, which is not something you should be doing, but, you know, if you are doing that, it's good to want to have that, you know, be there to prevent the player from moving off of it just by holding a button down. Alright, good, great. So this will just prevent the player from moving in those directions so that they can, you know, teleport and do their thing. I guess another thing we should do every time like the player moves in this position. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Is start coroutine. Wait, was it sprint or sprinting? Was that what it was? It was sprinting. Or at least going to the walking over there. And since we already know that, since we already know that that is what walking is. So walking, let's see, walking, yeah, sprinting and walking. So yeah, all this does is just starts those as soon as you know you are removed from that. Assuming that's not going to like screw anything up, which it technically shouldn't. Shifter up does its thing, and instead of wall up, it does shift up equals true. That's not what I want. That's the shifter detection. I want the enumerator and shifter or shift up equals false. Right. And only does that after that's been done. God, this is so confusing. So right now, all of them should be equal to false, and we should be moving as we need to move. Right? Nope, still moving, I see. Shift up. Yeah, because shift up is active right now. The player shouldn't be moving, right? Unless this is not where it's supposed to be. No, that is where it's supposed to be. How would I prevent movement here? That's the question. That doesn't make any sense, actually. Wait, hold on. Let me go up to here for a second. Shift up is equal to false. I press W and I move up. But because it's false, I shouldn't be moving up. You saw how that does its thing, right? It stops that and makes that true. What are you worrying at? Did I miss something? I must have missed something. That's launcher, that's ice, doesn't affect anything. Can't be because of that, can it? Because it's going faster than you can move. That could be... Hold on. Where is it? Okay. I'm going to make this public. And this public as well, so I can see what that's doing. Let me go to the player real quick before I fully start. Oh, I stopped moving, of course. Makes sense why it stopped moving. Alright, let's see. You know, it still does that when you're moving. Jesus, I don't know what the hell just happened, but I just somehow got off screen. What the? Game bugged out when that, I don't, I'm just gonna move this back to private because I don't think that was the reason why. I don't know what the reason was for that. That was, what? Okay, alright. Christ, how the fuck do I do this? Shift up equal to true. That's what it's doing. Shift up equal to false. I mean, unless that's somehow screwing things up. It could be. Unless... Wait a minute. Idea. Unless instead... Because it doesn't make it... You don't need to hold down the button to do the thing. So what if instead... Shift... I think that's what I need. Or is it shifter? Shifter equals false. What if that's what we need? Because you aren't supposed to be able to move forward after that. When shifter equals true, this stops working. So technically speaking, this isn't needed, and for good reason, because you should not be able to move once you get off of the thing. Technically speaking. Although I don't know if this is going to cause problems as soon as you jump off of it. Maybe that's why we need to have a moving coroutine start in this department? Maybe? Or maybe instead, upon shifter exit, which needs to be here, I think. Where are ye? Yield return, no, not death. Shifter removed. Yeah, that's what we need. During this department, start coroutine move. No, side. Walking. That's what it was. Walking. So as soon as you get off of it, start coroutine walking, which only brings out the false and brings it back to true. And it's only going to apply when you get off the shifter. So now let's test this out. I'm going to hold W. Okay, we're not moving. Still translating upwards. What do I do to prevent that from being a thing? I'm not sure. Here's the issue. This is detecting it going up. I got an idea. I'm going to do a debug test here. So I'm going to do debug.log moved up, like so. And we're going to see what order is taking what order. So the order that we want to detect should be in which one? Shift removed. Yeah. So now we do debug.log shift removed. Now let's see. I'm going to go over to, well, we're already on console. We're going to see which one plays first. Alright, pinhead. Oh, Jesus Christ. Shift removed played after that, but multiple times? What? Huh? I'm not sure. Maybe this isn't working the way I'm thinking it's working? Christ and Hyman. Ugh, geez, I don't have the time for this. I would like to try to get this fixed before we do anything else here. Shift up needs to equal to false, which is what it's doing. Why is that highlighting? That's just bugged out for some reason. Why are you highlighting? Stop highlighting. What are you highlighting for? But yeah, why is many things highlighting? Whatever. Let's not get distracted here, shall we? I'm in the wrong area. I need to go to here. That sets that up to true. I'm going to do a debug.log here. Shift removed. I'm going to see what this is going to do. As soon as I exit out of here, I'm going to see what this does. It does shift removed many times. Because it's detecting that up there. I don't know. I'm not sure why this is occurring. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to delete this for a quick second. Okay, because I need to have this raycast thing work. Unless there's a way I can have it be detecting the opposite if it's not there. I'm still moving upwards. Isn't shift up equaling that? Wait, yeah, hold on. Shift up isn't stopping me from moving. That's not supposed to be. What? What are you doing? Well, I can understand with this. Wait a minute, actually, yeah, let's test that out with that. Okay, so yeah, that is not preventing me from moving upwards. That is not right. What? If it's equal to false, and then do that. Or is it or? What the fuck? My brain is fucking stupid. I forgot it's supposed to be and. You fucking moron. It's supposed to be and. It's so stupid you gotta sing a tune for it. Of course that's not working because you're supposed to be going up. Or you're supposed to be and. It was so simple, just not or. It's supposed to be and now it's working. And now it's working. And now I can't move up. No, wait, I can move up now. Why can I move up still? Oh yeah. Wait, that, yeah, because of moving. I did not want to open that up. I wanted to go to here, you fool. It was so simple, but yet, no, I had to make it complex, as I usually do by doing the stupid. Oh, Christ, alright, shift up. Okay, now that should give us back our ability to move up. Yep. You know what? If I didn't need to do that, shift up is equal to true. Because that's the only time that this is going to occur, so this only does this once, and it doesn't do it like... You know, assuming that doesn't just completely screw it up somehow, I don't know how I would. You know, it's... Oh boy, oh god, what time is it? I'm probably not going to be able to post this yet, but you know, whatever. What do you mean shift up couldn't be... Oh. Is it just doing that constantly, or... Is there like a clear option? There is a clear option. I guess that breaks it, so, you know, I guess that means we're not going to do that. I don't know why. Oh. I did the stupid again. It's shifter up, you fool. Of course it didn't work, because you typed in the wrong name. The name that was right there in front of you. It's fine. It's fine. Because this stuff isn't fully set up yet, it's obviously not going to work yet. But, oh, okay. Great. Fantastic. We did it. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. No need to panic, Room. It's all fine. Cast rays. Detect. Shift up. Why not? It's going to be a bit of a nuisance trying to figure out where things are, so detect shift down. Oh, boy, man. Josh, I gotta tell you, bro, it's, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whew. So what do we gotta change here? Outside of changing this, which is probably gonna stay combined because it's one. No, but the teleporters aren't. Fuck it. Detach. Just detach, man. I didn't do this. I should have copied that. It's fine. It's fine. It is how you say fine. No need to panic, Room. Just need to, just running out of time here. Although I will say I'm kind of impressed. 3 hours and, you know, we're doing decent. And man, if only the D drive shit could have been fixed, but at least now we got the part where he had to take the D drive out to do the thing that he needed to do, which is now gonna hopefully fix it at some point. It's, you know, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of things just seem to like to go wrong for me, and I don't know why. Yeah, so this is just here to make it so that that doesn't fuck up anything in the shipping department. So let's see. Left, 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 left. Right, 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 right. Down, 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 down. Up, 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 up. Good, great. Now we just need to change this shit over here. Oh, man. Christ. Okay, shifter removed. Shift up. No. Stop capitalizing these. Your shifter down in the same order. Wait, rot. Shipper. Shift down. Yeah, it's the same thing. It goes up its own thing. It's similar to what all the others have with their, like, detection, the parts, there and whatnot. So, yeah. Yeah. Yep. So now it should work. I would like to try to do some tests while we are, like, in this department, if at all possible. Well, actually, wait a minute. Why do we need these I just remembered something. We technically don't need these shifters here. Because as soon as you press move... Okay, I'm going to test this with this. But I don't think we need these shifters like that. I don't think we need that like that. I think we literally just need to have a system here, like so, set up, whoops, like this. I think that's all we need to do. I'm pretty sure... Oops. I'm pretty sure that's all we need to do. Because you press the button, you move, and that's it. Right? Yeah. Press the button, you move, nothing occurs. Right. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is not needed. I'm just making all of these for no reason. To make this easy. Fuck! Copy, you shit nerd. Nerd shit. Shish nerd. Paste. Make that right. Well, yeah, that means we don't need these cartoons here. Because you press right and you don't move. Right. Assuming everything is what it needs to be. Everything is where it needs to be. I can now just... dear fucking Christ in Hyman. Yeah, I don't need these then. I can just delete those. I think. Yeah, up, down, yeah, delete. No. Delete. Is it removed now? Good, great, fantastic. Okay, it's all removed. Undo, redo. That's going to perform its own sound effect once that's done and doing its thing. So yeah, that's what it does. It detects to see if there's a shifter there, and that makes this true. Its own little variable system. You cannot walk while in this department. You have to literally just press the button. So now, technically, this should work without any problems. We can't shift in that direction, but we can do that. Now, there is still a few more tests that need to be performed here. For instance, I need to move one of these up here and another one of these over here. And we're going to do this test right here, right now. Okay, good, great. Now there's another test that I want to perform here. I'm not going to make this any more complicated than it needs to be. I'm just going to do this as quickly as I can. I don't have a lot of time, so let's see. I need to move a horizontal enemy onto the scene. Put him right here. I'm not going to worry about changing any of the things here yet. I will just delete these when the time comes. Alright, so this is one major component when it comes to this. Let me get you another major component here. And another major component. And another major component. And a third, that's what we'll work with for now. I don't even think there's a third right here. Or a fourth, I should say. So this is the main thing with this. Well, I don't have a lot of time, apparently. So I can't move in that direction. Can't move in that direction. I can do this. Enemy goes in the way. This is what happens. Dead. That's the entire point of the shifter. Now, you want to get to here? Move the crate. Boom. Oh god. Wait, hold on. Get me to the player real quickly. I just want to see if this is... Oh, shift left is still there. Well, that's a little bit concerning. I guess there is another way we can go about fixing this without having to like go too much into this part. Where is it? If player shift is equal to true, do all of that. Else, just simply set all of these to false. Yeah, that's easy enough. It's supposed to really only be there primarily for the, what do you call it, department up. So once you exit that, that should then just disappear, right? That should just set all these to false immediately, right off the bat. I don't have a lot of time, come on, hurry it up. I wish this clock was more accurate. Alright, now I gotta scroll down to here. As soon as I walk off of this... Okay, well I gotta do this in a more reliable spot. Yeah, so now I can continue running downwards. But it doesn't affect me movement in any of these departments. So same with that, keys in the way. The shifter prevents you from doing anything in multiple different departments. Now, here's something you gotta take in mind when you're doing the shifter stuff. It moves it, but not in the direction. Actually, we can't just have it move in the direction of that. That is interesting. How am I gonna do that? Oh yeah, we just have... Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. I'll just have it set the player move. But that's all the time I got for the day, and that's all we can do. But there we go, folks. We got the teleporter, the launcher, and the shifter done with. When I have time, I'll clean up some stuff, test a few things out, and, do all that bug testing stuff. So, that's all I got for today, so thank you all for watching today's episode of Game Crafters. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist. And of course, previous episode of Game Crafters right over here. And if I can't get Minecraft back still, the most recent episode of Sonic Adventures 2 Battle. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Later.